MindsEye has been providing a broadcast service allowing visually impaired listeners to hear literally dozens of local and national newspapers and magazines being read over the air. Marjorie Williams and Jason Frazier are here to tell us about the station and their upcoming event, Soiree pour la Vue. So, guys, welcome. MindsEye.
Thank you.
You're just across the river in Belleville.
We are. We're right across the river, but we're a regional service. So actually, 75% of our listeners live over here in St. Louis.
So you broadcast from the radio station there. You told me you guys are at Our Lady of the Snows.
That's
on the campus, right?
Yeah. If anybody's ever over for the Way of the Lights, where that lit up radio tower is, right where we are.
Yeah, that's great. So you've got a lot of listeners. So you obviously broadcast a pretty wide range.
Yeah, we do. All the way out to Herman
Really?
on this side of the river, over to Centralia on the other. So it's a 75-mile broadcast range.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. MindsEye has been around for how many years?
40 years.
40 years. But
Yeah.
did you start as in a radio broadcast format?
Yeah, actually we started back 40 years ago. We started because there was really no way for people to get the newspaper, for blind people to get the newspaper. No easy way.
Right.
So our founder was asked to do that, and at the time he said, you know, I don't know anything about radio except how to turn one on and change the batteries, and I don't know anything about blind people except they can't see.
Right.
He said, if you think I can help, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And so that's the spirit we've gone with, and since then we've continued to expand our programming and our offerings,
Yeah.
and we're up to 132 hours of unique hours every week.
Wow, I bet that's interesting for even the non-blind. I mean, you know, anyone
yeah.
can listen to. I mean, to listen to the newspaper being read to you. I mean, could be a luxury.
It'd be cool, yeah. We keep it close to people who just have visual disabilities or other disabilities, so that everything is okay with us copyright-wise.
I got it.
Yeah.
So is it like a service that you subscribe to?
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody applies for the radio or to get access to our website.
Yeah. So I had a part-time job once where I read the magazines, periodicals to blind people, and I can really relate to how important the service is. And I was reading one-to-one, so to have the ability to read to many people at once would be a great service. So Jason, you're involved with community outreach. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, with community outreach, it goes to many different facets of MindsEye's operations, going from public relations to doing some marketing. So I try to get out to a lot of our community partners, such as Delta Gamma, Lighthouse for the Blind, and kind of talk to them and see what's going on in the community, and also try to extend our listenership as well. Okay,
so getting the word out. And I imagine you're pretty involved with your event next week.
Yes, with the Soiree, very excited about that. It's a dinner auction. Last year was my first year being part of the team and seeing it go full course in hand. First year I came in right after, so I missed out on that opportunity. But just seeing a live auction, it's a little different because you see it on TV, you get the grasp of people like going once, going twice, sold, but it's a lot more elements than that, and it's definitely for a good cause.
Yeah, very fun. Dinner auctions are always a great thing, a great way to raise money and have fun at the same time. So Marjorie, going back to MindsEye and the mission of your organization and the broadcast service, how do you tell us a little bit more about how the process works and what kind of material is being read over the air and how that all comes together?
So we read over 150 different publications every week. So there's a lot of publications that get read. The really important thing is that everything that we do read is read verbatim. Our volunteers don't editorialize, they don't comment on things, they don't change things. So our listeners are getting exactly what you and I can go ahead and pick up and read ourselves. All of these magazines right here.
Yeah.
And so we try to read.
So is it St. Louis based or is it
about 50%?
national?
Yeah, 50% is about St. Louis and the region, and then the other half is national and world programming. We actually share the programs that have the national interest with other reading services across the country.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So there's other services like yours.
Yeah, about 100. And most major markets have a reading service.
Okay, and you work together.
Oh, definitely.
So what are an example of some of the local publications and some of the national publications?
So the main local publications are the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and Belleville News-Democrat. Those are our two daily papers. We read a lot of the small county newspapers like the Greenville Advocate. We read the Ladue News, Town and Star. Lifestyle, St. Louis Magazine, St. Louis Business Journal. And then on the world and national side, we do USA Today and Wall Street Journal every day. We do The Economist. And then on the other end of things, we read the National Enquirer too. So really broad range of programming.
Yeah, but you've got a broad range of listeners.
Exactly.
So you need something to appeal to everybody.
Yes.
So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back in a minute and get more of the scoop on MindsEye. Stay right there. We'll be right back with more from Marjorie, Jason, and Soiree pour le Vue coming up next week.